Welcome to my Monday current catalog video. I feature products from the current catalogs from Stampin' Up, and I am Kate, a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Washington State. So I sell the products that are in this video, so I will put a link to my online store in the description below, and I hope that you will shop with me. This is the card we're going to make today. It is using the stamp set, His Love. Being a believer, this is really precious to me. It's got a lot of really pretty things there, and they can be used in so many ways with different people for sympathy and all kinds of things, encouragement and stuff like that. So this is the stamp set I'm using. It is actually a very, very simple card. The ovals are from the Layering Ovals dies, and all different sizes with and without scallops. I used the scallop ones today. So let's get started. This is a standard A2 greeting card. So it starts with a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, cut as gourd at 4 1/4 to make a side fold greeting card. Then the first layer is from Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. It's got this beautiful foil look in it, and it's going to go on the front of the card just with flat with adhesive. This is going to be one quick video. So this goes on here, and it'll leave that 1/8 inch border all the way around by cutting it 4 by 5 1/4. And again, it's the Brightly Gleaming Designer Series paper. So there's that piece. Then I used the brushed metallic gold, and I cut it out with the oval that is 2 5/8 by 3 1/2 measured across. And I cut out one of those from gold, brushed metallic. Then I cut out one from white, just regular Whisper white, and I used the oval die that was 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. I just measured the outside of the die so you'd get an idea of which one I used. I'm sure you could figure it out as well. And so that's for the piece that I'm going to stamp the cross on. And then one more piece, this is the small one, 2 3/16 by 1 3/16, and that's going to be the sentiment. So I'm going to use the cross, and I'm going to turn on my heat tool over here, so you'll be hearing that in the background, but I don't think it's too obtrusive. I'll just talk a little louder. How's that? And I am going to be embossing these with gold, and so I want to use the anti-static. This is an embossing buddy that Stampin' Up has sold in the past. It's no longer available, but it's an essential tool, because if you want to do anything with embossing powder, you have to do something that'll keep it from sticking, from the powder sticking where you don't want it. And so you have to use that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the cross in here with Versamark ink. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment, His Love Never Fails, onto the, let's see if I can do this without messing it up. I usually do it first and then cut it out. We'll find out if it worked. And I'll bring in my little tray I use here, and put the embossing powder on. There we go. And on this one. Now this image has a lot of, I seem to always want to get an edge. This little bit that's in the center, that's part of the stamped image, so you can't clean that out. That's just part of the image. Okay, and then to hold on to these small pieces like this when I'm heat embossing, I have these little hemostats I got a hold of from somewhere, and I can just gently hold the corner. Don't want to squeeze too tight, because if you do, it'll leave a mark. But if you just gently hold it, that works pretty good. And I'm just going to heat set this. There it goes. Make sure it all gets melted. There we go. I got to turn it just right so I can see it in the light. Okay, then let's get a hold of this other one. And let's heat set that. This is probably the most time-consuming part of this little project. It's just getting everything heat set. Getting this stuff to melt down. Okay, there we go. Now we can turn that annoying noise off. And get that out of the way. And then I layered this onto the foil, and I did use the new Stamp and Seal Plus because I'm sticking it to this foil surface, and sometimes regular adhesive doesn't stick real well to that. So I'm using the Stamp and Seal Plus for that. And then just centering it on there, like that. And then I'm going to attach these to the front with dimensionals. So we'll put those, and we'll bring this back in. And of course, placement is totally up to you, but this is how I did it. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on this one as well. Just a couple is all it needs. And you could have it kind of overlap. You could do it at an angle. However you want to do it. I just decided to do this, just like that. And so there's the card. How simple is that? It's quick, it's easy, and it can send a word of encouragement to someone. Now this first one I did with copper embossing powder because I had some, but it is a discontinued product, and I wanted you to see it made with the gold as well. And I think it's just as lovely. But there's the difference between the two. Okay, so I thank you for stopping by. I hope you'll consider shopping with me through my online store. The link is below in the description. Be sure and subscribe. I love subscribers. Thank you.